Hi, it's Kari Matthews of Prairie Quilting. Today we are working on my Once Upon a Month block of the month, and it is our 5th month, May, so we are doing a May Day basket. The pattern is available through my website, prairiequilting.com, and each block is sold separately, and along with it comes an extra project. So this month it is this fun table runner that you get to play with all kinds of color. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first I'm going to show you how I cut my templates. Okay, so we cut it in strips first, and then so that they're wrong sides together here. Okay, and this one calls for a reverse of this and template B. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and trace on the sides around here, and that will give us the template, and it'll be the reverse of it as well. So I've already done that here. Okay, that gives us the template and the reverse of the template. You can actually go this way. Okay, for the basket part of our block, we're going to be using these quarter square triangles. Okay, and we have to be careful because of the bias edge. All right, here we go. And we're going to press toward the dark brown. All right, we're going to go ahead and clip those dog ears off. Okay, so now we're going to take our half square triangle units and we're going to connect them with a light brown triangle, another one. Okay, and we're going to sew it this way, however you want to say that. I'm a picture person, I'm a visual person, so I like to lay these things out. And I always like to sew from the corner. All right, we're going to go ahead and sew those seams. And then my seam should come out pretty close to where this meets here. Okay, and next we are going to go ahead and add this one to one of these, okay? Okay, here we go. We're going to go away from that, the triangle here. We're going to go away from that triangle to press that double one, and then we're going to go toward the triangle for the other. Okay, let's clip our dog ears. So for our basket, we're going to sew these 3 rows together basically. Okay, so let's just start with this one right here with we'll put that triangle on this one. Okay, and once again, I like to sew from the squared off corner. It's just so much easier to start than with a triangle. So we're going to finish off this basket section. We're going to sew the next 2 rows together. Okay, and we're going to use a pin and nest our seams. Okay, let's go ahead and sew this seam. All right, here we go. All right, to press this, we're going to just go toward the smaller sections here. Okay, and we're going all in the same direction. All right, and let's go ahead and clip these off. Okay, our next seams are going to be sewing these green the green section to these brown triangles, okay? And the green was cut with a template, so it has an engineered corner. So that will be where we're going to sew from that side, okay? It just gives us proper placement of these triangles. That can be a little tricky, so. All right, we'll sew, and we're using our 1/4 inch seam for this whole quilt here. And we should be coming out, right? Our seam should come out where that V is there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and before I press, I'm gonna clip my dog ears off here. Okay, to press these, I'm gonna go for this one. I'm looking here, it's gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go toward the brown on this one, and this one I'll have to go away from the brown, okay, so that the seams will nest. So you're gonna wanna kind of, you know, check and make sure your seams are nesting there. Okay, so we have these 2 units. Now we're gonna match those up with some half square triangles, some blue half square triangles, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and lay those out here and sew from the squared off corner, okay? And then this one, and this is all in the pattern, how to lay this out and everything. So here's how that lays out. We'll go ahead and match them up, and we're gonna sew from the squared off side. Let's clip our dog ears off real quick here first, and then we'll go press those. Okay, for the left-hand side, we're gonna go toward the green, okay? And I'm doing this for construction so that it will nest with the seams over here on the basket. And then for this other one, I'm gonna go toward the blue on the right-hand side. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and sew those sections together. So let's go ahead, turn this, and put a pin here where those seams are nesting, and I can feel that with my fingers, okay? So just kind of work that in. All right, here we go. Okay, and I'm gonna just press this toward that blue section. Starting to get some bulk that we're building up here with all these seams that meet. Okay, let's clip these corners. Okay, and now we'll put on this other side here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna nest. And we're gonna actually sew from this side, so I'm gonna turn that over. So we'll nest these 2 seams again. Okay, there we go. Okay, and once again, I'm gonna press toward the blue down there. That's just the way it's wanting to go. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll clip our corners off here again. Okay. All right, now we have the bottom part of the basket formed. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and do the handle onto this the blue rectangle for the sky. So I've applied fusible web, paper-backed fusible web to the back side, to the wrong side of the brown, and just place that on there, and you can kind of see how you like it. And then we'll go ahead and applique this on. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and use whatever stitch you want, decorative stitch. I'm going to use a buttonhole stitch. And we're just gonna go ahead and stitch around both sides of this handle. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and I'm gonna leave longer tails. All right, I'm making a loop, and I'm just gonna pull it through and tug it there. I'm gonna just give it a couple here. So making a loop, pulling it through, bringing it down, and giving it a tug there. And then I'm gonna give myself a 1/4-inch tail. Okay, so I will do that on this side, and then we'll finish and do the other side as well. Okay, now we're gonna take the top handle section that we appliqued, and we're gonna go ahead and put that on the bottom section. So let's go ahead and sew. Okay, I'm gonna have my needle down so I can kind of maneuver my fabric around here. right, I'm gonna go ahead and press toward the handle, okay? Just seems to be a little bit less bulky, going that direction. All right, well, there we have the basket. Now we're gonna put the flowers on it. All right, I've laid the pieces for my applique out. I like to do that all at once and get how I like it, okay? And then I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a press, and I'm just setting my iron down on top, and I'm not moving it. I'm actually giving it some steam. Follow the directions for your fusible web applique. Okay, and now we will top stitch around all of those flowers. Okay, so I am working on my tulip here. Okay, and I will continue around all of the flowers and leaves. Okay, and I like to tie my threads off, so I'm giving it a loop, pulling it through, holding it with my fingernail, and pulling through. And I just do that twice to secure the stitches. Okay, and I give myself a 1/4 inch tail. All right, and I'm gonna go around the centers of these other flowers now. I'm using an orange thread. It's helpful to know your stitch pretty well so you know which way it's gonna go. Okay, I will do all of those. I'm going to give myself a tail and bury those threads, and then do all of the other center as well. Okay, now I'll go ahead and do my next flower, the purple one. So I'm changing my thread and just make my way all around each flower. Okay, and last petal for this flower. All right, and now I'm onto the pink flower. So I changed my thread again. You can see why it's so important to have your needle down. To be able to pivot around. And I typically like to applique the things on top first and kind of work my way down. That's usually how I like to go. Kind of tacks everything down below it. So, okay, and we'll just go around the rest of the flower. Okay, and our last pink petal. Okay, and I'll knot those threads off. All right, and I've changed to a green thread, and now I'm just going and tacking down the leaves here with my buttonhole stitch. All right, I'm gonna knot those threads and finish all the leaves. All right, there is our finished basket block. All right, our block is finished. I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you soon for another project. Take care.